Welcome back, everyone, to Apocalypse Movies and our all Star Wars podcast, the Padawan podcast. And I am your host, Jake Berlin, aka Qui-Gon Jake, and I am just joined today by a bounty hunter himself, Brian Fett. And we are here to talk some Star Wars. It is our all Star Wars show. We're breaking down everything from the galaxy far, far away. Obviously, the films, TV, which will be hyped up even more in 2019, books, comic books, canon and non-canon stuff as well when that is reached. And so today is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode, but we got some cool things to talk about. First of all, we have that supposedly leaked episode 9 poster from last week. Nothing official yet or confirmed, but we're going to talk about it, kind of dive into it. If it is official, what does it mean? Do we think it's official or real? And then after that, we will talk a little bit about Star Wars Celebration, which was next week. It is come up on us very quickly here, and there's some really cool things to talk about with that. We're going to talk about the panels and when you'll see what, and so on. And so let's start with that leaked poster. And I know that this lit up the Star Wars world last week, and obviously, like I mentioned, we don't know if this is official. But I think what we can say is that for both The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, we saw promotional art like this. And this is kind of a marketing poster, I guess you could say, for whether it be on the front of a toy box or maybe even headlining an aisle in one of the stores. Or like I heard some people mentioning it's a Walmart poster per se that you can buy at Walmart. Poster. Well, you know that those posters at Walmart they have on files and that they don't.
That's kind of insulting almost.
Well, they don't hold the official posters. They hold like the more artsy ones, the more concept art ones, and so this kind of fits in line with that. But let's start with this. Brian, do you think this is a real poster? And if so, is it a huge deal that it was leaked, or do you think that it's just kind of a marketing poster that we would have seen eventually?
I'm honestly 50-50 about it. I feel there's a lot of stuff in here that could make it look pretty real, and there's a lot of stuff in here that I'm like not buying. Do you want me to go into what?
Yeah, go into detail a little bit. Yeah, definitely.
The one thing that the
Lightsaber run.
No, I'm saying as far as not buying.
Oh, gotcha. C-3PO?
Yeah, I wasn't going to say C-3PO right off the bat, because that wasn't the first thing I noticed. When I first looked at it, I actually didn't even notice C-3PO the very first time.
Yeah, just kind of squished in there.
Was the weird blob alien behind Finn. That was the very first, what the heck thing I noticed, and it looks ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it does look a little ridiculous, but we know how JJ likes to use practical effects in Star Wars. I will say this. That is definitely one of the more interesting pieces of the poster, but that weird blob alien was actually included in those leaked character shots.
I saw the character shots, but I didn't see his.
So they were released. There was a set of those released a couple weeks ago, and that alien was included in one of them.
Was he?
Yeah, and so for me, I kind of looked at it, I was like, oh, well, maybe that alien is in fact a part of the movie, because now I've seen it twice. We don't know any kind of detail about it, what it is, who it is.
I only saw the main one that's been going around. I haven't
So there was a package of them that was released a couple weeks ago, and there was probably about, I want to say 25 shots of different characters. Yeah. And I believe that alien was one of them. So was the...
Every time I went and saw it, it was Disney has requested to remove it. So
yeah.
I never got
it's because they were probably leaked, and so they probably didn't want them out there.
So I never got a chance to see those ones.
Yeah, definitely. So keeping the alien outside, for me anyway, I'm kind of on the same boat, but I do think this is real. I think it's 100% real.
If I'm gonna choose, if I had to choose, I'd be 51% real, 49%.
I think it's 100% real, but it's not an official poster. It's not the movie poster that everyone is kind of freaking out about.
Fair enough.
like I mentioned, I think it's like a marketing poster. You know, if you search Star Wars The Force Awakens posters, you'll see ones that look similar to this, like very close.
It looks exactly like what a Star Wars poster would look like.
Yeah,
and
but
that's what makes me think.
But it's not the official one. It's using concept art of the characters. Like, that's not an actual image of Rey. That's a drawn image of Rey. Same with Kylo. You can tell by the way it looks that this is drawn instead of pieced together like the other ones are. Mm-hmm. But if I'm gonna say things that I'm like, well, maybe this is real, maybe this isn't real. It's Kylo.
Really?
One,
saying he doesn't look real?
Well, that makes me believe that it's not real. One, he's wearing the mask.
Okay.
Everything that has been hinted at so far is saying he's not going to have the mask.
Oh, see, I've heard the opposite.
Really?
Everything I've heard has been saying he is going to have the mask. And the thing that really gets me to believe that it is because the things that I've read have said that the mask is going to look like it was pieced back together and there was going to be like almost like a red glue, like almost like lava looking thing. And if you zoom in pretty close, that's exactly what you're seeing. Is this like, I mean, it could be the red from the lightsaber, but it literally looks like it's
that's
pieced
fair.
back together.
That's fair.
In red.
Outside of the helmet, it's the way he's holding the lightsaber.
What, backwards?
That's not how he holds a lightsaber.
Maybe in a character poster he does.
And one, that saber would cut his arm off if he was actually holding it like that.
Not if he held it like that and then lit it.
Brian.
No.
Look, it's a crossguard saber. There's no way he would be able to hold a saber like that.
For a pose, he might.
Kylo Ren's posing.
I mean,
he's posing.
Maybe.
No, that to me is like a huge sign of like, okay, maybe this is just a fan made.
I mean, you're also gonna not see a Knights of Ren character looking like he's gonna cut off two of his other people's heads. But
well, I mean, that's another reason why this is an official one. They clumped together the Knights of Ren, and it's kind of a bummer that they're just kind of stuffed in the corner. One of the cool theories out there that I've read about this poster, though, saying that it is, you know, if it is real, in fact, is that these red troopers at the bottom, they actually work for the Knights of Ren.
Oh.
And do you remember when Kylo Ren mentioned clones in The Force Awakens?
See that?
What if they were clones and I
truly think they're bringing back some form of a clone.
But what if? Oh my God, why am I blanking? The Resistance and the First Order. Well, I don't know why I blanked. What if the First Order doesn't even know about him?
I mean,
like what if Kylo Ren's
for them.
Like Kylo Ren's operating with the Knights on the side, and they don't even know about him. The fact that these troopers are working for them, they have an army, you know, sitting in wild space somewhere, ready to attack if need be.
Well, the Resistance doesn't have very much to fight with, so
we don't. At the end of The Last Jedi, yes, but we know that they have some kind of context out in wild space. Whether or not we're going to see them, and we know that Snap Wexley went out there as well, looking for some friends.
Snap Wexley.
Yeah, and so
from the canon novels.
Yeah. So,
what's his real name again?
Greg Guggenheim. In real life?
No.
I don't know. I know him by Snap. I have no idea.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I mean, so either way, the poster, it looks cool. Poe looks great. I love his new outfit, the new garbs they gave him.
Temin was his name.
We haven't talked about the character in purple in the back. The bounty hunter looking character.
Oh, you mean
Kerri Russell?
Kerri Russell.
Kerri Walsh, nice.
I always do that with her name.
Yeah, it's 100% Kerri Russell. There's no doubt.
Who looks like a badass.
And the character's perfect for her. I mean, if you've seen the TV show The Americans, you know how legitimately menacing she can be in a role if given that chance. And whether or not JJ uses her to that ability, it's going to be really cool to see her in the Star Wars world and see what kind of character they're giving her. I hope she plays a big role. I hope it's not a Phasma situation again. But I believe that after Phasma, JJ kind of learn his lesson, and I hope I hope they give her a big chunk, and she's an ally of the Resistance that maybe Poe knew.
She's gonna go Resistance.
100%. Yeah, I think because they need
the
allies. They need the allies.
Yeah. You don't think that she could be just
half and half?
A Boba Fett working for her?
I think JJ's too smart for that to rehash what we've seen before, especially because of the comparisons of The Force Awakens and A New Hope.
Fair enough. I guess that makes a good point. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed.
I wouldn't be opposed either because we saw so little of Boba Fett.
I take that back because Return of the Jedi is one of my least favorite movies, so I wouldn't like them not to mirror that movie.
They're not going to mirror that movie at all.
No, I know. But
this
I'm
movie's
just
going to be way different.
He just does remakes. I would be really upset because I did not enjoy it. Return of the Jedi is, of course, a good movie, but it's not one of my all-time favorites, so a retelling of that would not be fun. But can we just... C-3PO? I mean, C-3PO has a freaking bowcaster.
I'm in for it.
And I don't know...
How did you not expect me to respond like that? I'm in for it. But one asterisk, it all depends on the context of it happening. If it's one sequence where something's happening and he just so happens to pick it up, I'm cool with it. If he's walking around for 2 hours with bullets on his shoulder and a crossbow in his hands, that's where I'd kind of draw the line.
This instantly reminded me of in Attack of the Clones when his head gets put on
R2-D2?
No.
Oh, in the arena, yeah.
And he's just like, die!
Yeah.
He's like, what am I saying? Like, I literally went straight to that, like, thought process.
It all depends on the context. I think that if it actually could happen...
It could be
pretty cool. It could be pretty cool, because if it is just the one scene that we see him... And what's cool about this is that if he does, in fact, shoot that bowcaster, it's going to shoot him back so far.
I know. That's
because we saw what Han reacted like when he shot it.
Yeah.
It's going to fire him backwards like a shotgun would to a 5-year-old.
It would be pretty funny. And then I love the way Rey looks.
Dude, she's the best. She's the best.
I did not
just marry me now.
love the way she looked in the in the last movie.
You're crazy.
I did. She looked cool, but I hated her hair.
I was cool with
it.
It was a sign of a real Jedi to me. Her hair.
I didn't like it. The way she looks in that.
Well, they brought the three buns back.
Whatever. Don't care.
It's the three buns because there was that last day of shooting image that went around with the three of them, and hers was the side of her, and so you saw her hair. Yeah. It was the three buns in a different kind of look
formation.
Yeah, and so but I love her outfit she's got the forearm sleeves on there.
Well, you know what everyone's comparing it to, right?
No, I mean
Padme's arena outfit.
Oh yeah, but that's nowhere close. No, Padme's arena outfit.
Yes, it does. She has an armband, and it looks almost.
Padme's arena outfit was full sleeved.
No, it wasn't. She didn't have sleeves.
Yes, she did.
No. Are we gonna have to look this up?
I think we're gonna have to look this up.
It's the white cutoff sleeved. It's when she's chained up. That whole.
No, I know.
Oh. Let's see. I'm curious to see now who comes out victorious on that one.
Yeah, dude, this is nowhere near.
Let me see. You got.
Nowhere near what she looks like.
No, but when she gets into the fight.
Okay, now you're talking different stories. When that's what she looked like going into the arena.
Yeah,
and then it got cut off by the. And then it
got hanged up and stuff like that.
That's what she got hung up by, and then she got ripped off by the monster.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look after.
Rey's outfit looks nowhere near this. It looks nowhere. People compare. Okay, whoever's comparing that is totally wrong. Totally wrong.
I don't know. It looks.
That looks nothing like.
I mean, it kind of looks similar.
No, it does not.
I mean, this is the one I was talking about.
Okay, so after the monster ripped everything up, that's what she looked like.
But I mean, she does have an armband on the same exact arm.
She has an armband, but Rey has forearm sleeves. It's different. and she has her leather wrist guards.
Yeah.
You're.
I mean, the poster, I was like, oh, pretty cool.
Oh no, she looks great, and what I notice about her outfit is what they're doing with her neckline. The new neckline they gave her, where it kind of goes up her neck a little bit. It's not just like the old school Jedi thing where it comes over her shoulders. It has like a collar to it.
Kind of like Padme's covering. I'm kidding.
No, it's not. But it has like this cool collar to it. It makes her look super sophisticated and like she knows what she's doing now. Like she has her outfit as a Jedi. Because obviously we know that this movie's going to take some kind of time jump. And so she's going to have much more knowledge of what's going on. And her outfit reflects that. And the way she's holding the saber. We've seen her hold that pose before in the past. And so it's kind of become her pose. What's cool about it, though, is that she's the center of the poster. Kylo is down below in full front, but she's the focal point you see when you pop on this poster, which is telling of what these movies are.
Really? The focal point?
I don't think Kylo is. I think she is. She's standing up top right there ready to go.
I mean...
It's both of them, but...
I think it's more a preference of the eye. My eye went straight to Kylo Ren because... I like the bad
you're also
guys.
a terrible guy, a terrible person.
Yeah, so I mean, I like the bad guy. So my eye went straight to, oh, he looks like a badass. And
then, he also looks photoshopped on there.
No, so does she.
Not even close. She's drawn on there. There's a difference.
Oh my god. You would never say a single bad word about anything she does.
There's nothing wrong with her.
There's
nothing wrong with her.
Or mute.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with her, so it doesn't matter.
No. Okay, another thing that kind of like bothered me was the 3 ships in the top right corner. That is like identical to the cover of the Alphabet Squadron book that's coming out.
That doesn't bother me.
I'm pretty sure they're even the same ships in the same order.
But you have to also think they could easily have pulled those ships from that cover because this isn't the official poster. It's a promotional art poster.
It's a little bit convenient for me.
Convenient? How is it convenient?
It's like the same thing. It's literally almost like if they just reused it. Are you looking for it now?
Yeah, I'm looking up the cover.
I don't know. I've been excited for Alphabet Squadron.
What? You're insane. What are you talking about? Not even close. It has an X-wing in the middle. And then it has
on the right-hand side. Those are the exact same ones.
That's not even the official cover,
Okay, well,
Brian. This is.
Okay, well, this is the one that's been going around for a while before the...
This is the one that's going to be on the book.
I know it is now, but...
Again, that's a promotional cover when the book was first announced, just like this poster is. So, yes, Lucasfilm's like, yeah, throw some ships on there.
Yeah. I don't know.
Now you're just reaching.
No, I'm not reaching. It's just...
I understand
Unless Alphabet Squadron's in it, then that would actually kind of make sense. That would be dope. Maybe Alphabet Squadron is something that is...
A-Squad?
The canon novel that's going to actually play out in the book.
Do they all fly A-Wings?
The Alphabet Squadron?
I'm just kidding. They fly one of each. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
So, I mean, that'd be dope. We see the Millennium Falcon. Look, is it me, or is her lightsaber pretty white?
Yeah, but I don't buy into that because it's just the way the color is.
Yeah, I know.
She's not going to have a white saber. There's only one person in the whole galaxy who deserves a white saber, and we know who that person is, Brian.
No, I know. It's just because when I look at the Millennium Falcon, that blue is more stronger than that lightsaber that she's holding.
Yeah, but it could be the way the sun's... It could be the way the light is reflecting off the saber, because we see the J.J. Abrams flare on the saber. So, well, actually, okay, we're not going to get into Celebration. We're probably going to have a special episode next week before Celebration, because we're taking way too long on this poster. Now, the fact that you mentioned that, let's get into this a little bit. What color do you think her saber is going to be?
Her saber?
Yes.
Blue.
Well, the saber got destroyed in The Last Jedi. You don't think she's going to get a new one?
She'll probably just put it back together.
You think the Kyber crystal's looking and she's going to use it again?
I mean, every Jedi makes their own lightsaber.
That's what I'm saying. So, do you think she'll have a different color?
Probably not. She'll probably have the side that the...
I really like the idea of giving her a yellow saber.
No.
I think it could be beautiful on screen. Yeah.
No.
Fire.
No.
The yellow and red going up against each other? Yeah.
No. It would be weird. We've never seen a yellow.
That's exactly my point.
So we're going to throw, oh, here's a yellow one at that, and I don't know. As much as, like, like you said, Ahsoka's the only one to have a white one.
She's not getting a white one.
A white
because
one would be pretty
because
dope.
she has to make one bleed. That's why they go white.
Okay. Kylo Ren made his bleed, apparently.
He made his bleed?
Or did he steal Darth Vader's?
No, he didn't make his bleed. He got another. His didn't bleed. His hilt is shattered, which is why it flickers.
Yeah, but it's still red.
But I'm saying he has a red saber. He probably has Vader's, or we saw Luke had that crystal from Revan's crystal, right? Maybe.
I love how when you said his name, you started to smirk.
Oh, dude!
Just because you.
I know it's coming. I know. Maybe we'll see. But no, I don't think Kylo made his bleed. I don't think. I mean, unless that's in canon somewhere that I missed and maybe I read and I'm forgetting about it. But the only thing they ever talked about was the fact that his hilt is.
Would
he
you
had
be okay if she got a green one? Interesting. I thought you would have a yes or no.
You know what would be very interesting?
Don't say purple.
No, God
Okay.
no. That's safe for one man and one man only. No, is if she went back to Octo and found Luke's old saber after shattering the other one, breaking the other one.
The green one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be pretty interesting.
She reminds me of a very pure character.
Well,
there's no other color than white that is just.
Well, if you look, it's funny if you look online and you type in meaning of lightsaber colors, there's a specific meaning behind each and every one of them. I don't have that off the top of my head.
Yeah, no,
but I believe blue has a little bit of aggressiveness in them. Hence Obi-Wan, hence Anakin, hence some others in the past. Green was the Jedi's at peace. Qui-Gon, Yoda, Luke, Kit Fisto, right? All of those Jedi had green sabers because they were a little bit more peaceful. They didn't want to fight. And so for her, blue fits because we see that aggressiveness in her. We see that she wants to fight and she can get angry when she needs to. And so, although I would love to see
she does scream a lot when she's.
I know, and so although there's another, I would love to see a different color on her, like a yellow. Like I think that'd be pretty cool. Blue just fits her. It fits the way the character has been built, and I think going away from that, even though we don't see anything of lightsaber meanings in the history of the movies, it just makes sense. It just completely makes sense for her to be blue based on her character.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it makes sense. To me, at this point, it would be kind of weird at the very last moment to see her with a different color.
It's the same thing Luke did.
Yeah, but
Luke had blue in the first two and green in the third.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just.
And they had the deleted scene of him making the lightsaber, and so realistically, it just happened out of nowhere.
I guess. I don't know. Like I said, she just reminds me of that, like, pure, like, soft color, and that's what you go with, like, a
now that I kind of zoom in on this, and obviously it's not the greatest resolution, it looks like the hilt of the saber is different.
I mean, I would not be surprised if she makes her own lightsaber.
I hope we see that scene.
I mean,
we haven't seen it in live action.
It would be dope to see her literally just meditating and the pieces come up and she forms.
We haven't seen it in live action. We saw it in the Clone Wars, and we saw it in Rebels. We have not seen it in live action yet.
Have we?
We saw the deleted scene of Luke in Return of the Jedi, but that was never shown with the movie. The deleted scene is just out there to watch.
Yeah, I guess it really.
We've never seen it in live action. See a Jedi put together their lightsaber.
I guess it has all been cartoon.
Yeah, the Clone Wars, they had that arc where the younglings went to go find their kyber crystals.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then on Rebels, Ezra obviously creating a couple versions of his. He first had the blue gun one, and then he had the green one eventually. Which is funny because
The
Ezra was
green one.
aggressive at first, and they turned out to be a very peaceful guy, but they gave him green. And it didn't really fit his character at the beginning, but he kind of turned into this guy.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I just feel it's the blue with Rey
And the red,
and the
for,
red
with
of
It just
Kylo.
kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
At this point, it's just like synonymous almost. So, I mean, don't fix what isn't broken up.
Well, I mean, we will see next weekend as Star Wars Celebration is here, and the inevitable first trailer for the film will more than likely be released, probably in
Did you hear
teaser
they have
form.
2 different ones?
It makes sense. And just like Star Wars Celebration 2 years ago, we'll more than likely get a teaser poster that lit the world on fire when it dropped, and then a teaser trailer. And that panel for Star Wars Episode 9 is up on Friday, the 13th or the 14th, one of those days. It's on that Friday. I think I'm calling into work.
Are you really?
To react to the trailer and everything, to react to the poster and everything, and so
Should I?
possibly, yeah. But I think I'm going to take the day off or work from home, and so that way I'm able to do it live, because I imagine that right after showing it to all those fans of Celebration, they will drop it up online, if not a couple days afterwards. And so Star Wars Episode 9's panel is on Friday. The Mandalorian and Cassian Andor and Clone Wars are up on Sunday, I believe, those panels, which will more than likely be a trailer for The Mandalorian and the Clone Wars.
We don't have anything Saturday. What's
Saturday
Saturday?
is some like 20th anniversary for the Phantom Menace and stuff like that. It's some other stuff. They kind of split things up this year. It's because it's a 5-day convention this year. It's not their normal 3.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to even it out a little bit for fans. And so so yeah, look out for that. And like I said earlier, we might jump on the Padawan early next week and kind of do an anticipation podcast for Celebration, kind of looking at what we can get and what we're excited to see and whatnot. And so,
I mean, yeah. Who knows with next week? You might have a lot of Padawan stuff coming.
No, I think that we're probably going to have videos on the, like I said, the teaser poster, the teaser trailer, Mandalorian, the Clone Wars. We will have reactions up for all 3 of those separately as soon as we can. Sometimes it's difficult with our day jobs and doing stuff, but we'll be keeping an eye on that for sure. Hopefully that teaser trailer drops some hints about the Knights of Ren, man. I really hope the teaser trailer drops some hints.
How do you, if this is what they're looking like, what are you?
It's consistent with what we saw in The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
And the book.
Yeah. How they were shown. It's interesting though that how they all look the same color. I wonder if that'll change with the movie. But I'm also okay with them looking that way, because they look similar to Kylo, just a little bit more of a faded color in a way. But
They look like they've been like on like a desert journey for like a long time.
Well, and there were theories circulating around and possibly even rumors the fact that each one of them has some kind of power.
Ooh.
And so, which would, in a power outside of the Force, because we don't see them have sabers unless they do. They could be channeling their power through some kind of weapon they have, maybe, which would be new in Star Wars.
A giant sword.
And we saw one of them have a spear in The Force Awakens, and so, yeah, I mean, if this poster is in fact real and the Knights of Ren are on it, we are getting them in Episode 9, and hopefully a lot, because we were pretty much.
It even looks like they have a giant gun.
Yeah, we were shortchanged in Episode 8 and 7, and so.
Yeah, thanks for
But if it does something really good with Episode 9, they show up in a big time. It just pays off in the whole.
I just hope they don't turn out to be like Praetorian guards. Like how
I think they're gonna be more than that.
Look badass. People were like, "Oh, what are those things?" And then they literally just stood around, and then for one scene did something, and they all got murked within.
If this is the final movie in the Skywalker saga, I hope we get a lot of the Knights of Ren, but I have a feeling that Rey is gonna have a scene where she wipes every single one of them out.
So do I, and that's what makes me think it's gonna be a Praetorian Guard type thing, where it's like.
Yeah, but if it's towards the end of the movie where she has to go through them to get to Kylo or something, I'm cool with that, because they could have a big part in the chunk in the middle of the movie.
Well, if they're doing stuff in the beginning and then have something in the middle and then something big like that at the end, I'd be totally fine with that. But don't tease me for months with these badass looking giant red things and then give me 5 total minutes with them throughout the whole entire movie.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
I feel you.
Because let's be honest, those things were like, everyone was like, what the heck are those things look badass?
From the initial teaser.
Yeah.
The very first footage of Force Awakens showed them.
Yeah.
And ever since then...
And they were like easily like my favorite thing going into the movie, and then they were for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it'll pay off because it plays into her vision. What if we see that vision come true?
Oh, I 100% think that's going to come back somehow.
Hope so. I mean, I know that JJ loves his action. I think this movie's going to be action-packed with stuff. And
it should be.
Yeah. All right, well, there's our extended look at the leaked poster for Episode 9. Do you have one more thing?
Yeah, would you be fine with it being like a 3 hours?
Are you kidding me? Yes. It's just as we talked with Endgame, how it's the culminating film of 22 films, this is the culminating film of 45 years of storytelling.
So it can't be like Geo wants.
It can be 5 hours long for all I care.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't. If they had an intermission, sure, that'd be fine with me.
This movie should hit at least the 2:30 mark.
Oh, I would have said at least 2:45.
Nah, 2:40 is stretching. 2:40 is a lot. That's a lot of stuff.
Well, this is a lot of story they gotta tie.
Yeah, but also at the same time, it's not. It's also at the same time, it's also not. So
how about one other thing? They left off some big faces on there. We don't have R2-D2.
Yeah, but he hasn't been relevant in this new sequel trilogy very much at all.
Neither C-3PO.
He's been the aide to Leia.
Okay.
He's been there.
Leia's not. I mean, even
yeah, but we know why Leia's not on.
I know, but she could have been it could have been something. But...
No, but as much as I want to see Leia on there, and she's going to be on the official poster. There's no doubt she's going to be on the official poster.
Yeah.
No
sign of
Luke. This trilogy has been about these characters.
Yeah.
It's been about these 4 main characters: Poe, Finn, Rey, and Kylo,
and no Rose either.
Yeah, but I don't think again, this is just a promotional poster. Yeah. She's gonna be on the official poster.
You think?
She was on the Last Jedi's official poster.
Well,
she'll be on the official poster.
Unless they don't use her for this one, but we'll see.
Nah, after the story for the Last Jedi, they're gonna have to use her in some capacity because she's now one of the soldiers that's just left, and there's only so many of them left. She's got to be there.
True. Maybe she'll just work beside Leia or something.
I think her and Finn are gonna probably be like partners on the ground or something like that.
Oh God, we know what happened.
Not a love story stuff. I'm saying like
that's fine as long as I don't get Canto by round 2.
That's not JJ's style.
That's perfect.
That's not JJ's style. So, all right. Well, yeah, like that's our extended look at the leaked poster and whether or not we think it's official. A little bit of coverage on Star Wars Celebration. Again, that is next weekend, and so be prepared. Look out for our next Padawan, which should maybe, if we are able to do one, drop early next week heading into that. And as I said, we will be covering as much as we possibly can for Celebration next week with a bunch of trailer reactions and reviews and stuff like that up for every panel that is released. And so, for Brian Fett, for Qui-Gon Jake, thank you for joining us on the Padawan Podcast today. Check us out on apocalypsemovies.com where we're breaking down all the news and trailers and stuff that come out. This YouTube channel, you see up all our videos. We have You Haven't Seen What? Our You See It, Save It, Skip It, and a bunch of other stuff. And as well on iTunes. We are now doing a monthly movie show, which will be released on iTunes, audio only, covering everything released in that month, as well as a bunch of other stuff. So check that out. Hit that subscribe on that
podcast. Yeah,
it's actually a lot of fun. It's all 5 of us from the team up on there talking, and we really appreciate it if you guys hit that subscribe button on there. Follow that because it definitely helps us out, and maybe it'll end up being a weekly thing in the future. And so, again, thank you for joining us on the Padawan Podcast today, and we will see you guys next time. May the Force be with you.